Round 5 of the Dmack ST Trophy headed north to the Dmack Carlisle stages, and the conditions on the stages would be a real challenge for the crews this weekend. Sam Bilham leads our crews away once again in the ST Trophy. Richard Wells just behind, looking for some good luck this time out. 3 stages await the crews this morning on the western side of the infamous Kielder Forest complex. And with the stages so tricky, we'll catch up with some of the co-drivers throughout the day for their views of the event. On to the stages then, and it would be the lead for Sam Bilham and Cameron Fair. Just the start they were looking for. They make a good start to the event to lead the way by 19 seconds going into service.
Into 3 right, hold it. 3 left here, 130. 1 left half long, into 2 right, plus 80.
Yeah, quite well so far. Stage is really slippy this morning. Quite a lot of cars already off, but I think the best thing today would just be keeping on the road and just keep doing what we're doing.
And as a co-driver's point of view, have you altered any of the notes with the different conditions?
The first mile of the second stage was really slippy. They took all the grass off the top of it. So for that, we basically put a few more slippies in and stuff, but apart from that, we just kind of left it the way it was.
And how does it work for you? Does Sam shout out to change anything, or do you do off your own back to change if you've noticed you've had an issue? A
bit of both. Sometimes like, you have to put don't cuts in, and if he's maybe braked a bit too late, if we went too wide, I'll put an in or stuff like that, but most is a bit of teamwork. If he shouts something, or if I think something, I just put it in anyway. So.
And the plans for this afternoon?
Keep doing what we're doing, really. I can't really do much more, but just keep it on the road and keep going.
There's frustration early on for Richard Wells and Calvin Holdsworth. They didn't exactly get the look they wanted, hitting a bridge near the start of stage 2. Perhaps Richard making his own look before doing even more damage further into the stage on a tree stump. A puncture on the opening stage wouldn't help things for Alistair Curry and Stephen Brown, but after that the times were looking good. They end the morning with 2nd place.
Rough, guttery, greasy, slippy, bumpy. I didn't enjoy the stages, but Ali's driving it quite well. So yeah, I think we're still here. I think we're lying 2nd, so I'm happy enough with that. Just going to keep it neat and tidy for the afternoon and see where we end up.
Finley Retson and Tom Hind come out for their first outing in the series. Finley fresh from passing his driving test only days before the rally. 3rd place for the pair at this stage.
Yeah, well, I went for my first driving lesson on Monday. I went for my second one on Tuesday, and then I got my test on Wednesday afternoon. Thankfully I passed, and I managed to make it to the rally this weekend.
And how are you getting on first time in the forest on a proper competitive rally?
Yeah, I've been getting on alright. It's just a learning event, just to learn the pace notes in the car. Yeah, it's quite slippy, more slippy than what I thought, and I knew it'd be rough, but I didn't know it'd be as rough as it was. So yeah, we're just slowly making progress, but we're just here for a finish today, and we're not pushing too hard. And
how's the format of these sort of events compared to the junior events you've been doing?
Yeah, I quite like the road section. The road section is something new to me, yeah, I prefer the longer stages as well. So that 2nd stage was quite long, so I really enjoyed that. Got into a good groove in there. So yeah.
And after a good result last time out, it will be 4th place to start the day here for Martin Laverty and Phil Kenny. 22 seconds back from Retson for now.
Yeah, it's gone all right. Slippy out there, a little bit rough in places, but it's Kielder and it's wet. Kind of come to expect it.
And from the passenger seat, as a co-driver, are you having to alter the notes or anything? Or?
No, notes are fine. Went through, made quite a few changes last night, just cautioning up all the bad bits and things like that. Fortunately, it's kind of my local event, so know the stages fairly well.
For Matt and Tim Tordoff, it will be 5th place. The times were close, just 3 seconds. In fact, the gap back to Laverty after 3 stages. Tom Eason and Abby Haycock were back and battling the conditions. They'd be a further 34 seconds back from Tordoff, lying in 6th place. And for Guy Butler and Jamie McTavish, it will be 7th, getting settled back in after their roll on the Plains Rally last time out.
Well, we're still here, so that's the main thing. And
Yeah, no incidents or accidents, and very slippery indeed. And yeah, it was excellent. Thank you very much. Milk first, please.
Milk first.
Please, thank you very much.
So, what's your plan for this afternoon, then, guys?
The plan is, well, we'll get the picnic hamper out after the penultimate stage,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a little picnic there. That's not the right colour. Is that Earl Grey? No, I'm not interested. Not interested. No, go on.
No.
No, not interested. Earl Grey or nothing.
Sugar, sir?
Is it Earl Grey?
Yeah.
If it's Earl Grey, I'll drink it. No sugar, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Is it Thornton and Mason hamper you've got today?
No, we went for Harvey Nicks this time.
yeah.
The cheese is better. So
yes, I understand that. Yeah. And so the plan this afternoon is just
kick on. That's the plan, and try and finish in the top 40 really, because I think everybody else will have crashed, and then we'll be able to get in the top 40. But yeah, all very good. Very sad to see Mr. Wells. We stopped by, gave him a bottle of champagne, a bottle of Bolly, and he's having that on the stage now, I think.
So with the morning stages complete and most of the crews still running, here's a reminder of the results. 2 more stages then face the crews in the afternoon, including the first of those double-use sections. We go on to the afternoon stages then, and we'd lose Tom Eason and Abby Haycock so soon after the service. They stop after slowly crawling through stage 4. For those that did finish on the leaderboard, it will be 6th place for Guy Butler and Jamie McTavish. A good, steady run was what they wanted and what they needed after last time out. Indeed, it's what they got. Unfortunately, Martin Laverty and Phil Kenny drop a place in the afternoon, ending the rally with 5th place overall. That result, though, anything but unfortunate for these two, Matt and Tim Tordoff. A great end to the rally for the pair. They take 4th place. Finley Retson and Tom Hind make a good first impression on the championship. Finley's first ever event after passing his test. As we mentioned earlier, how many people do you know that could be sitting in 3rd place on the podium on their first rally after passing their driving test? For Alistair Curry and Stephen Brown, it will be 2nd place. It had been a tricky run through these conditions, only just managing to keep it on the road at times. But they do just that, and they also take the runner-up spot just 13 seconds back from the lead.
And 64 right, keep it tidy now. 4 right, 60 down. 5 right, 2 left plus. Repeat, 2 left plus. Into 2 right, into 2 left.
And of course, that means it's victory this weekend for Sam Billam and Cameron Fair. Another win to add to the collection, strengthening their lead at the top of the standings. Before we get the reaction from our crews at the finish, here's a reminder of those final results. That convincing victory for Billam means a good lead at the top now, but the pace of those behind was certainly coming on round by round. The story, the excitement of this championship building as we go through.
Give me a tension of trying to win, but aiming for a finish more than anything. Looking at the bigger picture, championship-wise, I think we just need a podium now to win overall. So ideal day. A little bit rough this afternoon. Backed off a bit because we didn't want to damage the car after the sort of week we've had with gearbox and clutch problems. Thought it can't be one thing after another. But no, we've had a good day overall again. So it's 4 from 4. So just see what we can do on the Nicky Grist.
No, it's been a really tough day. So I'm glad to get to the end.
How was it on the stages?
Really treacherous. Had a couple of stalls, spins, and lost a lot of time today. But I'm happy to get 2 stage wins at the end of the day, and that made up for it. So
Yeah, it was not what I expected. It was a lot rougher and slippier than what I was expecting, but I knew it was far down the field, so I knew it would be bad, but I didn't know it would be that bad.
Have you had much experience on the gravel testing before this?
I had 2 tests at the BRC, the shakedown, but it was a Scottish, so I had 2 gravel tests before this one, but none of them were like what it was today, so it was quite different.